Hey, shut up. Listen here, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna learn you a thing or two about why the moon doesn't exist. Let's go. As you can see here on the screen, Twitter user Traverse, who, by the way, seems like he would look very handsome and smart, posted 2 pictures. The first one has the moon in it, but the second one doesn't. What the hell? Coincidence? I think not. So as you can already see, there's some speculation about why the moon wouldn't exist. But let's just keep going. Isn't it weird how Jupiter has what, like 69 moons? God, I hope so. 79. God damn it. But the Earth only has 1 moon? Wouldn't that be kind of unfair? If this isn't enough for you, let's keep going. Ever notice how the moon is in a different spot every day? It's because NASA keeps forgetting where they place the moon, and so they place it in a spot thinking that it's the same spot as yesterday, when it's not. I mean, does NASA really think that we're gonna believe there's a floating ball of cheese in the sky? No! My bottle just opened! Now, I know what you're thinking, but Trevor, if the moon doesn't exist, then how do you explain what's in the sky? Well, let me tell you, you impatient sack of potatoes, the moon is actually a big piece of paper, okay? How big, you might ask? That big. Storming horribly out right now. So what NASA does is they take the piece of paper like that big, they poke some holes into it, and just send it up into the sky, thinking that they're gonna fool us. And then just boom, moon. No, it doesn't work like that, NASA. But now you're probably thinking, then how does it glow? Because they shine a giant flashlight onto it. It's common sense. Also, have you noticed... I'm gonna die. Also, have you noticed that most of the time, when the moon's in the sky, it's not a complete circle. Sometimes it's a banana, sometimes it's the Apple logo, and sometimes it just doesn't even exist. Isn't that kind of strange? It's because when NASA takes it down at the start of every day, they sometimes just rip it, because, it's a piece of paper. So sometimes they rip it, and it becomes like the banana, And that's why we can sometimes see it in the day, because they didn't take it down fully. It makes so much sense. NASA tries to remove it at the beginning of every day, but sometimes they forget, or sometimes they only take half of it down, or like a quarter of it down, or 3/4 of it, and they just leave the rest up. Because they don't want to take it down, because it's just so much work to climb all the way up there, just like unstaple it from the sky, and then bring it all the way down. So sometimes they just leave it up there. And then it's just like, oh my god, the moon's there in the daytime. Why is it there in the daytime? Because they didn't take it down. Because they didn't want to climb all the way up there and unstaple it from the sky. So they just left it up there, and people are like, oh my god, why is the moon there in the daytime? Because they tried to take it down. And then why is it not there other times? Because they've had to put it back up. It's common sense. Also, isn't it a bit of a stretch to say that the moon controls the tides? By that logic, I can control the speed at which lobsters die. You know how other moons have cool names like Titan, Mimas, and the Walnut? But our moon is just called Moon. Boring, right? It's because NASA was in such a hurry to create the moon that they couldn't think of a good name. So they were just like, moon. And then the moon. Think about this. If the moon was real, why can't we go to it? Why isn't it like a tourist attraction? Why isn't it like a theme park? It's not because of money, it's not because of safety, it's because it's not real. Also, have you noticed during lunar eclipses, the moon turns a reddish brown? It's not because the sun and the moon, no, it's because NASA spills their coffee onto it by accident, because it's a piece of paper. And during solar eclipses, NASA takes a giant 8-ball and just throws it in front of the sun, okay? How can you prove me wrong? I mean, we can't look at it, or else we go blind. And I mean, it's the only logical explanation, too. If that's not enough, don't take it from me. Take it from other sources as well.
What's up?
Ian, is the moon real?
Not at all. I don't think... yeah, not at all.
There you have it.
I don't see it. Oh, hold on, let me look outside. I don't see a thing. I don't see a damn thing.
Exactly. The moon is not real. It doesn't exist. Does the moon exist?
That little, that weird, round little cheese-looking thing up there, it's not real. Right? It's not real. They go, oh, it's real. Because the moon landing happened. No, it didn't. Shut up.
There you have it. Solid reasoning on why the moon doesn't exist. I can guarantee you that you are now fully convinced that the moon does not exist. And if you're not convinced, you're lying to yourself and to me and the world. I rest my case. God, I need to shave. No. Ow, cramp my foot. Cramp. I don't know why I'm standing right now. Anyway, what the hell am I doing?